ডিসেম্বর মাস বিজয়ের মাস। বিজয়ের এই মাসে সালাম জানাই সকল বীর শহীদদের প্রতি, সালাম জানাই সকল বীর মুক্তিযোদ্ধাদের প্রতি, যাদের আত্মত্যাগের বিনিময়ে আমরা অর্জন করেছি মহান স্বাধীনতা। দীর্ঘ 9 মাস সশস্ত্র যুদ্ধের মাধ্যমে 30 লক্ষ শহীদের রক্তের বিনিময়ে আমরা পেয়েছি স্বাধীন সার্বভৌম বাংলাদেশ, পেয়েছি প্রয়াত রুহুল কুদ্দুস স্যারের গড়া স্বাধীন ইনস্টিটিউট ICMAB। The Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of Bangladesh, an autonomous professional body under the Ministry of Commerce, is the only institute dedicated to cost and management accounting education and research in the country. It has been operating as the leading professional body in Bangladesh with a mission to develop, equip and promote cost and management accounting profession by maintaining highest professional standard. Dear member, as you know, the 16th National Council election will be held on 30th December 2016. A very dedicated and committed team consisting of 12 finest professionals of your institute has been formed to contest in the upcoming election. Team NC 2016, who are committed and dedicated to the CMA profession. First of all, I would like to introduce a talented and result-oriented member of the profession, Qazi Muhammad Ziauddin FCMA, working as Joint Commissioner of Customs and VAT at National Board of Revenue. He joined in Bangladesh Civil Service in 2003. Academically very sound professional, Mr. Ziauddin pursued his MBA from Dhaka University. He completed his CMA program in 28 months. He is a specialized trainer on VAT and customs matter. Mr. Jia served for Dhaka Branch Council as its treasurer, secretary, vice chairman and finally as the chairman in 2016. White traveler Mr. Ziauddin traveled USA, Singapore, Dubai, Turkey, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Ukraine, Malaysia and India. He also proved his leadership capacity in his department. He served as treasurer of BCS Customs and VAT Association for 2 times. Now I am introducing a very talented member of the profession, Mr. GM Omar Farooq Chaudhary FCMA, popularly known as Mujahid, the diamond of the professional. Mr. Chaudhary working as head of management committee at Elite Paint Group of companies. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its treasurer, secretary and finally as its chairman in 2012. Very successful leader, Mr. Chaudhary worked as consultant in World Bank, UNDP and Danida. He has long 15 years career in various national and international organizations. He also contributed the profession as resource person in many of our CPD program. Well-behaved personality, Mr. Chaudhary traveled many countries in Asia and SAARC region. Dear member, I am now introducing a very dedicated and popular member of the profession and a very popular teacher, Mr. Mamunur Islam, FCMA. He is working as head of HR at Aristo Pharma Limited. Mr. Munir served the Dhaka Branch Council for 8 years. He served as its secretary in 2009, acting chairman in 2010 and finally chairman in 2011. Very well-known personality, Mr. Munir served the National Council for the tenure 2013-2016. Very successful leader, Mr. Munir is the president of Bangladesh Pharmaceutical HR Society. As HR professional, Mr. Munir provides job for the members and students in many forms. He involved himself as faculty of ICMAB, East West University, AIUB, and has been awarded as the best teacher of ICMAB in 2011. He was also awarded as the best support employee of Aristo Pharma Limited. White traveler Mr. Munir traveled China, Singapore, Dubai, Turkey, Sri Lanka, Maldives and many countries in Asia. Dear member, I am introducing a very young entrepreneur of this profession, Mr. Ali Haidar Chaudhary, FCMA. He is the owner of Aloha Bangladesh and holding the position of its managing director. Mr. Chaudhary served the Dhaka Branch Council for its secretary, vice chairman and finally chairman in 2014. Very well-behaved personality, Mr. Chaudhary served Nestle India as its business controller. He is the founder president of CMA Bangladesh Tiger Toastmaster Club and mentor of CMA Bangladesh Youth Toastmaster Club. Sound professional Mr. Chaudhary contributed in successfully implementing standard costing procedure, SAAP and VAT at Nestle India Limited. Wide traveler Mr. Chaudhary traveled Australia, USA, China, Singapore, Dubai, Turkey, Sri Lanka, Maldives and many countries in Asia region. Remember, I am introducing a very cool, self-motivated professional, Mr. Jayanto Kumar Poddar, FCMA. He is the principal of Poddar and Associates, a leading cost and management accountants practicing firm in Bangladesh. As true professional, he is the flag bearer of cost audit implementation in Bangladesh. He involved himself in various activities of ICMAB since 1997 and served the Dhaka Branch Council since 2009. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its vice chairman in 2011. He is also a member of Dhaka Texas Bar Association. One of the think tank, Mr. Poddar engaged himself through professional services in various local and multinational companies in the country. Mr. Poddar has been associated as the director of Foster Securities Limited and High-Tech Agro Industries Limited. Dear member, I am introducing Mr. Mamunur Rashid, FCMA, a talented, dedicated and committed member of the institute, serving as the Deputy Managing Director at Index Group. Mr. Mamun is currently serving as the Council Member of ICMAB. He was actively associated with the Dhaka Branch Council and was elected for 9 times in the DBC and served as its Vice Chairman and Secretary. He also served as the Executive Secretary of South Asian Federation of Accountants for the year 2013. Currently, he is serving as the Independent Director at Nitol Insurance Company Limited and West Zone Power Distribution Company Limited. He is also serving as Director of FCMA and Executive Member Standing Committee on Ceramics at FBCCI. Mr. Mamun served both government and private organizations in various senior positions. Media personality, Mr. Mamun participated in various talk shows on professional issues at ETV, NTV and other electronic media. He has many publications published in the national dailies and professional journals. Wide traveler Mr. Mamun traveled South America, Europe, China and many countries in Asia and SAARC region. A very dedicated, hardworking and committed leader of the profession, Mr. Josimuddin Akond, FCMA, is the Comptroller of Buyet. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its Treasurer, Secretary, Vice Chairman and finally as the Chairman in 1999. Very successful leader and proud father of a talented daughter, Mr. Akond, popularly known as the Mini Dictionary of ICMAB. Mr. Joshim served the National Council as its Treasurer, Secretary and Vice President in 2013. He is serving as Independent Director at Renwick Jageshwar Limited and Shampur Sugar Mills Limited. He started his career as an officer of Bangladesh Steel and Engineering Corporation in the year 1989. He involved himself in various activities of ICMAB, SAFA and many other occasions of the profession. A very dedicated and heartthrob leader of the profession, Mr. AKM Dalwar Hussain, FCMA, is the Chairman of Bangladesh Sugar and Food Industries Corporation. After taking charge as the Chairman of Sugar Corporation, Mr. Dalwar turning it into a profitable corporation. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its Treasurer, Vice Chairman and finally as the Chairman in 1997. He also served the National Council as its Treasurer, Vice President, and finally its president in 2004 and 2013. He is a trendsetter of the institute and makes a history towards development of CMA profession. Only personality of our profession who was elected as ExCom board member of CAPA. He is serving as an independent director in many companies including Rupali Bank Limited. He involved himself in various activities of ICMAB, SAFA and many other occasions of the profession. He contributed to the profession as the chairman of Cost Audit Committee, Seminar and Conference Committee and many other committees. And another knowledge-based smart professional of the profession, Mr. ASM Shaikhul Islam FCMA, is the independent management consultant. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its secretary and finally as the chairman in 1996. Very successful leader Mr. Shaikhul Islam also served the National Council as its secretary, vice president and finally as the president in 2015. The dream of the CMA profession, the Financial Reporting Act, has been implemented under his dynamic leadership. Moreover, an international SAFA conference also successfully completed under his able leadership in 2015. As one of the successful president, Mr. Shaikhul has written 3 books on professional matters. One of the employment provider, Mr. Shaikhul, involved himself in various activities of ICMAB, SAFA and many other occasions of the profession. He contributed to the profession as the chairman of Seminar and Conference Committee for many years. A very talented and decent member of the profession, Mr. Abu Bakr Siddiq FCMA, working as EVP and CFO at Kohinoor Chemical Company Bangladesh Limited and Group Ridisha. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its chairman in 2000. Very successful leader, Mr. Siddiq served ICMAB as its director for long time. He also served as member secretary of SAFA Seminar Committee. Mr. Siddiq contributed a lot for providing jobs to the large number of members and students of our institute. Very eminent personality, Mr. Siddiq served in various World Bank and UNDP finance projects as its consultant. He has long experience in many national and international organizations. A very veteran cost and management accountant in South Asia, Mr. Abdul Aziz FCMA is a very reputed entrepreneur in the business community. One of the major job provider to the members and students, Mr. Aziz is the managing director of Western Agro Industries Limited and vice chairman of Waso Credit Rating Company Limited. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its treasurer and secretary. He also served the National Council as its treasurer, secretary, vice president and finally as president in 2001 and 2010. Under his able leadership, Cost Audit was approved and gazetted in 2010. During his presidency, the first exclusive MOU of FCMA was signed at ICMAB Auditorium in presence of FCMA President. He involved himself in various activities of ICMAB, SAFA and many other occasions of the profession. He contributed to the profession as the chairman of Cost Audit Committee, Seminar and Conference Committee and many other committees. A very talented and senior professional, Mr. Mujibur Rahman, is working as the CFO of United Hospitals Limited. He served the Dhaka Branch Council as its vice chairman and also served the National Council as its treasurer, secretary and vice president for many years. He also served as the executive secretary of SAFA for the year 1998. Former financial controller Dhaka Sheraton Hotel and former finance director Sheraton Sima, Thani, Thailand. Mr. Mujib has long 32 years of experience in various national and multinational companies in various senior positions. One of the decent member of this professional, Mr. Mujib involved himself in various activities of ICMB, SAFA and many other occasions of the profession. He contributed to the profession as the chairman of Cost Audit Committee, Seminar and Conference Committee and many other committees. Dear respected member, I have tried my level best to introduce your team and see before you. Though all the candidates have many more credentials, achievement and contribution towards the development of CMA profession, but due to limitation of time, I dropped many of their achievements.